Epstein's house in Palm Beach, it's at the dead end of a street. There's very few people. It's extremely private.
Once the cab pulls up to his house, we all got out of the cab.
There was the guy outside trimming flowers, but nobody looked up. Nobody really cared that there were young girls walking into the back of this old man's mansion. We were let in by a couple of ladies. Tall, blonde, tan.
We went into the kitchen, we stood there. I was very nervous on what was getting ready to happen.
With each of these underage minor females that was brought to your house, your method of sexually exploiting them was nearly identical. Is that correct? Typically, first-time appointment, the girls would be led up a stairway into Jeffrey Epstein's bedroom.
We're going up a spiral staircase.
The lady, she's giving me like a rundown of what's supposed to be happening. Jeffrey's gonna be in there. He's gonna be on the phone. Just do what he asks.
All I kept looking at was the massage table when we walked in.
Jeffrey just comes in and lays on the massage table.
He just seemed like he was a business guy. Well fit, clean cut, might have played tennis.
He would instruct the new girl as to how he wanted to be massaged, where to start, what motion.
By presenting it like it's a legitimate massage, it's not going to set off any radar. It's going to seem maybe a little weird or unconventional, but not necessarily threatening or dangerous.
They turned on that timer when I got in there, and so I was like, okay, he's just gonna be lying just like this. Not a big deal.
From the moment that he walked into the room, it was almost like an excitement, a weird grin on his face that he knew he was doing something he wasn't supposed to do. There is absolutely no way in my mind that he could have thought that I was 18.
I was really little and short and tiny.
I had braces. I'd look like an innocent 14-year-old.
With respect to each of these minor girls, isn't it true that you ordered each of them to get naked to give you a massage?
When he came in, I had to take my bra off and my pants off. I was allowed to stand there in my underwear. That's what it was told to me.
He told me to do a spin around, so he was just kind of like staring at me like a weird old guy would. Just kind of like I was like a fun toy for him.
He opened up his towel and he was completely nude, and he started telling me like what to do, like pull my nipples harder, like come closer to me.
And he was touching my breasts, and I remember him telling me, "You're such a beautiful woman." And at this time, I did not think I was a woman at all. I just thought that I was like a girl.
This part of the process is almost identical every single time. He would typically flip over and he would start masturbating himself.
He just wanted me to like stand next to him as he touched me and stuff like that. When you're 14 and you go through something like that, it's just so much to take in all at once.
I was like, this is not happening right now.
I was definitely nervous. The whole thing was just not a good feeling.
He started trying to rub his finger along my underwear line. When I told him no, he just told me, if you take them off, I won't touch you. So I took my underwear off and I ended up being completely naked in his room.
He tried like pushing my panties to the side. When he tried to do that, I backed up and I went like this, and I was like, whoa. And he had to have seen my terror on my face. And I'm like, oh my gosh, is this buzzer gonna go off at any point? Because I'm assuming that's when all of this nightmare is gonna be over with.
He was very good about gauging where the line was, how far he could get this person to go. If she removed her top, all right, take off your bottoms.
I couldn't run, I couldn't leave. It's not that I couldn't, because, I mean, obviously I could, but I just didn't know how to save myself.
I just felt like I had to. I didn't have an option. Like, what was I gonna do? I was the only one in the room with him. Like, where was I gonna go? If I screamed, who was gonna hear me? Who was gonna come? I felt very frozen.
He was an older man with a lot of money, and they were children. And so you have this automatic sort of pull to obey, to follow instructions.
Being in such an expensive house showed you that he was above us already. Made me feel like if I would have told somebody, they weren't gonna believe me.
Honestly, I was terrified. I was living second by second, hoping that I would see the other side of that door.
And I'm 1000% sure he knew that I was scared to death to be there. And I think he liked it.
And then, like, the timer went off, and then he said, there's $200 for you.
And he wiped off with his towel and walked out. It was very, like, he was done, bye.
I remember just like walking down the stairs after it was all done and just being like, just feeling so disgusting and shameful. And then in the same way, you know, I had $200 that I didn't have before.
He was like, I would love to see you again. And I was thinking to myself, I was like, I am not coming back here ever again.
I felt disgusting when I left. He was very forceful. I had never been touched like that by anybody, not a boy that I liked nor anybody else.
I cried the whole way home. I was just thinking about, I'm never going to let anybody touch me again.
I just busted into tears. I was a mess. I'm hyperventilating, almost crying. And the popular girl turns to me and tells me to shut the up. You just made $200.
The investigation really starts as a result of this one call from a concerned parent.
There was an incident that occurred with one of my stepdaughters. I need information on this gentleman. All I know is he's got money out the union that he can do whatever with money, and he basically does this with a lot of teenage girls.
Hi everyone, George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel, and don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.